Welcome to Zone 6. Bill Landis, Ari Wasserman, Doug Maurice. This is the Zone 6 board. Jalen Marshall, Paris Campbell, Terry McLaurin, Corey Smith, Jeff Green, Braxton Miller. He's in Zone 6. But he might be coming out of Zone 6 a little bit this week.
Yeah, it's number 5 here.
Coming out of Zone 6 a little bit.
I'm like 80% sure that this symbol is from Power Rangers.
Outrageous predictions for Ohio State, Minnesota on Saturday. Ari, I assume yours is about Braxton Miller, so we'll start with you. What is it?
Yeah.
Your predictions have ranged from Braxton Miller is going to have negative yardage in a game to Braxton Miller is going to have 9 touchdowns. And you've been right on a lot of them. You've kind of been gauging Braxton's contributions to the offense from week to week, which have really varied. He's been very high and some rather low.
I'm on the Braxton beat. My outrageous prediction is that Braxton will score 17 will throw a touchdown pass. And I think I might be jumping the gun a little bit because everybody anticipates that it's going to happen eventually. And everybody thinks that they're just saving it for Michigan State or Michigan. But I don't understand. Everybody knows he's going to throw it eventually, so what does it matter if he does it now or later? I think now that he is the backup quarterback for a week, he's back working part-time. Urban said on Wednesday evening that he's back part-time in the quarterback room. I think that this is about as good of a time as there is to think that that could happen. You know, maybe they'll be up by a lot and he'll come in and play quarterback a little bit, or maybe he'll be Wildcat and he'll do a pop pass or something. I think that is it does count. Yeah, if he's Wildcat and if he throws a touchdown pass, it counts.
But the jet sweep counts?
Yeah, because it's so outrageous it has to count.
Do we think he's going to be the red zone quarterback, yes or no?
No.
No.
I mean, I think we already asked that this week, but I didn't know if we gathered more information. Tell the people what happened when you asked Joshua Perry on Wednesday evening about Braxton Miller's throwing.
He said, quote, "I'm not going to answer that." And then I asked Darren Lee, and he looked at me like he wanted to kill me and said, "No comment."
So, which in itself might be answers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously they've been told not to talk about that. But it's interesting stuff is happening with that. That's Braxton. That means we don't get to do Braxton. So, what's your thing?
I'm going to quote a little scripture for you. I'm just kidding. This is, I wrote down some numbers. My outrageous prediction is that Ohio State will have fewer than 400 yards of total offense, which has only happened twice this year. 363 against Hawaii, 298 against Northern Illinois. They had 528 in their last game against Rutgers. I think that the offense is going to hit a little bit of a hitch with Cardale Jones back in there at quarterback. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. We've seen that the personnel works much better with JT Barrett. Doesn't mean they're going to be bad. Doesn't mean they're going to lose. I think it means they're going to run the ball a lot. Cardale Jones will throw the ball when he has to. But I think Minnesota's defense is good. Minnesota's defense is 23rd in the country.
You lost your page.
Yeah, I lost my page. 20-something in the country. Less than 330 yards per game, which is the number that's important. I think it's a good defense against an offense that's going through a change, and Ohio State will have fewer than 400 yards.
So you are not buying the thing I wrote a couple days ago about Cardale Jones in his role that he's born to play, which is last quarterback standing. Let it loose, no pressure. We see Cardale go play very well. You're not quite buying that?
I don't think fewer than 400 yards means Cardale plays bad. I think they're just going to run the ball a ton.
Okay, so mine is 2 touchdown passes for Ohio State of 50 yards or more. They have 2 of those the whole year so far. And one of them was Michael Thomas, 50 yards. Was that the last game from JT? He caught like a 12-yard hitch and ran 38 yards. I don't know that Cardale Jones is going to play great every snap. We've talked with Urban Meyer and the players about Urban Meyer said they have NFL corners at Minnesota, and we rank both their corners very high in our preseason Big Ten player rankings. Their corners are really good, and so I think it could be a thing where maybe play to play, the corners win a lot, but if they're going to put the corners on an island and try to stop the run game, then I don't think the corners go 70 for 70.
Is one of those passes going to be Braxton throwing 50 yards or no? Oh.
So I think it's, you take shots. I think they're going to have to take some of those shots to try to get the Minnesota defense to back off the run game a little bit. And I think they'll hit 2. Maybe if they're 2 for 8, I think they say if you can get like 1 or 2 out of 10, that's pretty good. So, if they can hit 2, I think that would be effective enough to back off Minnesota a little bit. So I think there is a chance that your thing and my thing could both be true.
Yeah.
They're not mutually exclusive necessarily, and your thing is about Braxton. We're in Zone 6. Zone 6, 14 touchdown passes for Ohio State so far this season, 14 touchdown receptions overall, tied for 51st in the country. Bill Landis, Ari Wasserman, I'm Doug Maurice. Thank you for watching here at cleveland.com.